All right, hello everybody. It's Ruth and Chef Boy R. Bryton here from the Foot Collective, specifically the Foot Nerd program. And this is our second Zoom cook-along. And I wanted to start with just who we are and why we're doing this. And in case you haven't met us before, we're a group of people from all over the world who are on a year-long health commitment, learning journey, where we study 5 pillars of health: movement, food, sleep, mindfulness, and community. And today we're going to focus on the food pillar, the food pillar and the community pillar. So we come from all over the world, and we don't really have the opportunity to get together and cook in each other's kitchens right now. And it's been really cool to meet each other from different continents and cities. And so I'm in Mobile, Alabama, and Bryton's in Cincinnati, Ohio. And he's a foot nerd in progress right now. And he's going to show us how to do it up right in the kitchen. And so I just want to turn it over to him. So thank you if you are joining us today, and you might want to ask us questions at the end and we'll address them. So Bryton, I'm going to turn it over to you and let's get cooking.
Thanks for having me, Ruth. So excited. Yeah, so I wanted to do this class to help people get a little bit more confident in the kitchen and not make it so scary or intimidating. I love to cook. It's really how I learned was through trial and error and burning things and watching cooking shows and just trying really good food. And it really is a sense of community and love. Food centers around, and it's such an important foundation.
Yeah.
For everything. I mean, if we don't have the ingredients to rebuild your body, I mean, there's nothing we can really be successful at,
yeah.
Health-wise.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
So I know that I don't know if you're willing to share, but like I know your pops taught you how to cook, and that's where how did you become so competent finding your way around the kitchen, and what was your first thing you learned how to cook?
Okay. So I got into it trying to bond with my dad. He was a chef, but he didn't really enjoy cooking when he wasn't at work. You know how that goes.
Yeah.
So I learned more from like cooking shows and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Then towards the end of his life, he kind of realized it was important, and we went through. So we had like a month. Each month we would make something different. Like we made sushi one month. We made tacos one month, and he taught me, and it just like really brings me closer to him when we're in the kitchen. And he's right here. So.
Oh.
His son here. So he wanted "Here Comes the Sun" to be played at his funeral.
Oh.
And it goes everywhere.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's such a family center around food, like all gatherings and things like that, and and my mom is also a chef.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
you got some good eating.
But I mostly learned on my own.
Yeah.
They're like, I'll ask my mom, like, how do you do this? She's like, I don't know. You do it.
Yeah, you just do it. Yeah. Did you happen to, when you were growing up, did you eat around the table at the same time as a family, or what was it like?
Mixed, more, when you get into high school and things, not so much. Just got some things going on.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's important. It's still hard, with the 2-year-old, he's doing his own thing, and we usually, eat on the go.
Yeah, for sure.
I think it's important just to kind of settle down and, calm down the nervous system and get ready to be able to digest your food.
Yeah. Well, should we get ready to make some food so we can digest some food? Wait, you got to check out my apron. I wore it just for you.
That's awesome.
This is only my 3rd time wearing it.
That's great. You look great. Good color. I'm not wearing an apron. I got my shirt on though.
Yeah. You're representing Beam Tribe.
And I'm not going to do it on a beam this time, but maybe next time.
Yeah.
But it'd be a
Ooh, that's a good
show.
challenge.
Like Iron Chef, but you do it on a beam, right?
Yes, yes.
So we're going to be making beef kebabs with the chimichurri, which is parsley and mint. And I'll just take you through. And if you have any questions, let me know.
Should we go through the ingredients list really quick, just in case?
Sure
Maybe
can.
people want. So I'll tell you what I have and you tell me if it's right.
I'll just show you what I have.
Okay.
So we got parsley, lemons, onion, hot pepper, Fresno pepper, just for color.
Yeah.
It's gonna get a serrano, but color's good. Garlic, mint, £1 pound of ground beef or meat of your choice, plant-based. It looks just like beef. I discovered that doing some research. I'm going to use, this is pretty good, Chimichurri's spice blend. It's Cajun or Creole seasoning. It's pretty all-purpose. It's really good.
What is it like? Is it like oregano? Like, what are some of the ingredients in there?
Like garlic or garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of spice, chili powder, a little bit of black pepper. It's a good catch-all. I mean, you put it on anything, it tastes really good.
Okay.
Salt and pepper.
Yes.
Knife.
Yes.
Optional, but a zester for the lemons.
Okay.
I didn't want to make it too technical, but the zest is optional.
Okay, I'm getting my stuff.
Awesome. Should I keep talking? Sorry.
Yeah, you can. Go ahead, keep going.
A pretty handy tool. It's a kitchen scraper. It's not necessary either, but it's keeps you from trying to show off and slide, the things off your knife and cutting yourself. So it's good. It's handy. Then baking sheet.
That thing is the sign of a true chef right there. That's that thing.
Yeah, but you only cut yourself so many times and you learn. Have you ever cut yourself before?
Oh yeah. No, I mean, that tool is one I got to get so I don't cut.
Yeah.
I turned my head when I was cutting a cabbage and nearly sliced my thumb off.
Yes, not fun.
No.
And then skewers, but I was telling Ruth that we can kind of make it like a burger if you don't have skewers. Just pretty much browning the outside and cooking it through. All right. So is this better or where are we at?
Oh yeah, that looks good.
Is that good there? You just
so good.
Okay, so we'll start with, move this back. Start with the herbs. Chopping up the herbs.
Okay. So I'm just going to chop up these herbs and put them in a bowl?
Yes, so we're going to kind of put them aside and then we'll add them where we need them.
I know that I showed these to you, Bryton, before, and you don't have to look, but I'm just going to show our friends that I cut these from our raised bed garden. And it was so fun because I went out with my little garden basket and I cut fresh herbs. It was really fun.
Yeah, and Ruth, if you just want to ask me questions, kind of what people would be thinking, throughout, I think that would be a good rhythm.
Okay.
Okay, so you can get super picky and pick off the ends, but I like to use the stems too because it's still got good stuff in there.
Okay.
So we're just chopping this up as fine as you would like it.
Am I chopping all the spearmint and the mint and the parsley all together?
More parsley than mint, probably. Okay. So probably the whole bunch of parsley, depending. So if it's like a standard bunch you get from the store, it's about so the tops, I'm not using the bottoms, but you can save that for stock and or in like smoothies.
Okay.
So it's really good vitamin C in parsley. I think more than oranges or lemons.
Parsley has more vitamin C than oranges and lemons? I did not know that.
Don't quote me.
I won't. We don't know.
That's right.
We heard it said.
It has been said.
Okay, I also have a few little sprigs of cilantro in there. Is that okay?
Yep, absolutely. There's no rules. It's just really your flavor profile and what you like. If you don't like mint, I really don't like cilantro all that much.
Yeah, that's what Claire always says, that'll divide a room.
Yeah. I mean, in low amounts is fine. Do you have any foods that you don't like, Ruth?
That's a good question. I don't think I like liver and onions,
Okay.
but it's been a long time since I've had it. Since I was a kid.
I've had it once, like a pate. That was pretty good, but I don't really like liver.
Oh, but when you talk about pate, that's not the same as when your grandmother makes liver and onions in the pan.
And says, that's what you're eating.
Yeah. Like pate is like exotic. It's like
the sweet balance and
yeah. It's like very adult.
Adulting. Yeah. Very interesting stuff though. So and then go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
And with the mint, you want to kind of put it in all stacked on top of each other.
Okay.
Can you see just let me know if I'm not.
No, it's perfect.
Getting the camera and then you roll it. They call it a cigar roll.
Yeah.
So it's like a cigar.
Cigar.
And then you would just.
Oh, that looks like a sharp knife.
Great knife. One I would definitely recommend. Pretty affordable. And don't judge my cutting skills. I'm working on it.
No. Okay, so
the chefs that, they got the.
Yeah. I have to tell you that is amazing what you're doing. That is not what I did.
Yeah, no. So if you want to get technical. So
I know I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but this is what I did.
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay.
So it just, the quicker you could cut it and the sharper the knife, the less bruising on the herb.
Oh, we don't want the herb to be bruised?
Well, you can't really tell, but I mean, it's more visual. It's
okay.
So if we're like kind of hacking on it, it's gonna bruise.
That makes sense. And then do I put this in the bowl, Bryton?
Yeah, so you can put it either in, why don't you keep them separate? So you can even like get a plate out and you can kind of put it in little piles. So I'll do that.
But if it's all mixed together, that's okay too, right?
You're like, I already went to step 3.
I'm so sorry. I was like, when I cut when I cut all the herbs off of the stems, and I just put it all in, and this happened when we made our ice cream with Lorna.
We just got to show you a way, and then you find your way.
Okay.
Right?
That's right.
Be wild, be free.
I like it.
Okay. And then you're gonna zest the lemons. Probably zest of 2 lemons.
Okay. You make it look so easy.
Repetition. I had to cook for myself when I was single, so it's out of necessity. You want it to taste good, right?
Yeah. I'm impressed because most people just go to the restaurant.
You get to control it, when you're doing it. What's going in.
That's very mature. That's a very mature take on cooking for yourself.
You're mature.
I'm not mature, you're mature. 1 onion, diced small.
We're gonna go half an onion,
Okay.
like half of a medium onion. And it's also, if you don't like onion, you don't have to use onion.
I never think about people not liking onion.
I know my wife doesn't like onion.
Wow.
Or black pepper. So it's definitely a struggle.
Interesting. Diced small. I see those are like.
Finely diced, yeah. And then you can just roughly chop them, and then you can chop them up more. And also, even if you could get it into like a paste, like you could go past and do like a NutriBullet and kind of buzz it up.
Oh yeah.
And then they're not as crunchy, or there's not as much texture, and they'll cook a little bit better. But I like the flavor of it and the texture.
I like the crunchiness.
Yeah, I like hummus with onion.
Yeah.
Not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And then garlic. So next is a pepper if you have it.
Okay.
Are you a spicy kind of person?
Yeah. I'm half spicy, half Irish, like not so spicy. So sometimes I really like the spice, and then sometimes I'm not very tolerant for whatever reason. It depends on what kind of spice.
So if you get Thai food, what level do you get?
Oh yeah, no, like medium.
Okay.
Medium.
I'm more towards the edge where you regret your decision a little bit.
Yeah, I don't like that feeling at all. I don't like it when underneath my eyes sweat, Bryton.
I love it. It's like stimulating. I don't know. It can be too hot. So you can, depending on how hot you want to make it, you can leave the seeds in or take them out so it's less hot.
Wait, what kind of pepper is that again?
This is a Fresno pepper.
Mm.
And I got it mostly for color.
And is the Fresno pepper like super spicy or just?
It's like a medium spicy.
Okay.
So I think it's along the lines of a jalapeno.
Oh, nice.
Maybe a little bit more fruity.
Nice. I never have had a Fresno pepper.
Yeah, I love hot peppers. I grow a lot in the summer.
How about a ghost pepper? Have you had that?
I grew ghost peppers. So I'll make fermented hot sauce with the peppers. And then you can just kind of add just a little bit to like a base hot sauce. So it's not, you can't put it right on stuff. It's too hot. So you kind of scale it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
For sure. And then we'll move to the ground beef.
Okay.
Okay.
I have it here.
We'll put it in a bowl.
Voila.
You're already there, right? Done.
I prepared myself in advance this time because when we did our ice cream with Lorna,
Mm-hmm.
I was mesmerized by what was going on the screen, so I wanted to watch more, and so I thought this time I'm going to be more prepared so I can watch the cool stuff happening.
And so we'll go with salt. It's really your preference. I like more salt. I would usually say more salt better, and then kind of experiment with it. But I don't really usually measure. I would count like how many revolutions or whatever. So like 20 or so revolutions.
You don't have high blood pressure, do you?
Nope, we're good. It's not caused by that.
Is that pink salt?
Yeah. So this is Himalayan sea salt. Now I'm going to put a little bit of it's Tony Chimichurris. It's just like a spice blend. So it's got garlic powder and onion powder, a little bit of spice, which is totally optional.
So I'm going to just go with like my individual spices?
Yeah, so whatever you want to spice it
Oh,
up with. And then,
I have paprika.
yum. Yep, so there's probably some paprika in this as well.
Okay. And I have a little bit of chipotle seasoning.
Yum.
I'm gonna try that.
Okay, and then I'm just gonna put black pepper, and that's optional as well. You could just do salt, and that'd be great.
I like black pepper. I'll try that.
Okay.
I'm just doing whatever I feel is right.
Yeah, and then we're gonna do, let's do 2 tablespoons. I always get it backwards. Tablespoon, I don't know, like a regular kitchen spoon.
Okay.
2 tablespoons of onion,
Okay.
and then like a clove or so of garlic.
Okay.
I'm gonna do like a tablespoon of the mint, tablespoon and a little bit,
Okay.
and then a tablespoon of the parsley, like a heaping tablespoon.
Okay.
So lots of good vitamins going on.
My gosh, for once my bowl actually looks like the teacher's.
Nice. And then you're going to use your hands to just kind of squish it together.
Okay.
And then we'll obviously wash them after.
Obviously, Chef Boyar Bryton. I didn't put any zest in.
Nope. So that's for the chimichurri.
Okay.
I mean, you could. I mean, there's no rules.
Be wild and free.
That's right. And you really want to kind of get it worked in, kind of like a paste. And optimally, you would do this, the day ahead or the day before, and just let these flavors meld up with the chimichurri too. So it's going to just gain flavor or complexity. Voila. So did we put the beef in the fridge?
Oh no. Okay, so
you can put it in the fridge or you can leave it out. But you would put it in the fridge, preferably overnight. And you can use saran wrap or you can just put it in.
But we're not going to leave it overnight because we're going to eat it today.
That's right. That's my favorite part of cooking shows is where they actually eat it. I hate it when they like make it and just show it. Like you gotta eat it. Okay.
Now it looks like I need a bowl.
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll make the chimichurri. So I don't think I showed this before. So I just separated everything. So it's all ready to go. And then, you do about a tablespoon of each of the mint and parsley. Okay, and then
Australia.
I really like the visuals or like where they like draw out the ideas and things like that. I don't know what they're called, like video, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Am I going to juice these?
We're going to add the juice of like 2 lemons or to your tolerance. I like lemon a lot.
I'm going with lime today because that was what was available at the market.
I like it. So were the pillars always the same from the start of the Foot Nerd program? Or did it develop over time?
Well, I haven't been involved since the beginning, but the 5 pillars were in place when I came into the program.
Okay,
But I think it evolved pretty rapidly.
gotcha.
So I think the textbooks were different in the beginning.
Okay,
And then quickly, you know, when you have people who are actively working on on making a program like this and seeing what works best and putting
yeah,
all the ideas together, I mean, I think they quickly evolved to the 5 pillars from the feet, from working with like feet, ankles, knees, and hips primarily, to recognizing that that was definitely the foundation, but that there was more involved, you know, in whole body health. This looks delicious.
yes. And then you would just basically cover with olive oil.
Okay.
And then just stir it up. And that would be the finished product.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
I got the keyboard. Ah,
Oh no, don't tell Katie.
that's right. We're gonna do it 2 different ways.
Okay.
One like a burger, so you can. So I got about eight patties out of a pound. So I'm gonna divide it in half, and I'm gonna make 4 kebabs, and then make 2 burgers.
Okay.
So we'll get like another plate or so. A plate to kind of put it on.
Do I need to turn on my oven?
Yep. Let's go 400 degrees.
Okay.
Or are you gonna cook it on the stove?
I'm gonna do what you do.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go 400 on my oven.
Let me see your. Yes. Okay. You're good. So we'll just make them like kebabs, and I don't know if you have to soak your kebabs if they're wood. I believe you do, or it's gonna burn.
I got some baby kebabs.
Are they metal?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let me troubleshoot that.
But I do have bamboo ones too.
So the metal is great.
Okay. So I'm dividing in half and making half burgers and half kebabs.
So if you want to do that, that's good. That's cool. I was just going to show options.
Okay, yeah.
So you can make 4 or just make. So we're going to divide it into fourths, or let's go thirds.
Okay.
So about the same, like balls.
Okay. I gotta clear my space. I was not very good about cleaning as I went.
I would
I'm glad you're not actually here in my kitchen.
I would even go half.
Okay.
Yours are small, so make them pretty small.
Okay.
So we're gonna make basically footballs.
Okay.
So like this.
Yep.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
I see it. How's this?
So as even as you can, or you're gonna make it even more even when you put it on the door.
Okay.
You can make those into footballs. Ruth, how many places have you lived in your life? Do you know the number?
No, I don't. I know I have moved around a lot, but I haven't counted.
Okay.
Let me see. How about, do you know off the top of your head?
How many places I've lived?
Yeah.
2.
You live 2 places.
But I actually randomly last night I wrote out like all the different places I lived. It's probably like 12, like different apartments and things.
Oh my gosh, if I counted that, that would be so much. I wonder what that says about my personality. Like, we lived in Long Beach, California
Oh, so
for
cool.
20, I lived there for 20 years, but I moved my apartment around the same part of the city like every 2 years.
Yeah, well, there's so much to see. Who knows?
I know.
You don't know what you don't know.
That's exactly right.
Maybe there's something
So,
cool over there I don't know about.
well, I definitely explored it. So, let's see. So I was born in Denver, Colorado.
I was born in a house on. Okay, and yours will probably be 1 per skewer, it looks like.
Yeah,
Okay,
I have like little appetizer skewers. They're really cute.
that is cute. So it'd be like, yeah, small plates, or So
Yeah.
what you're gonna do is you're gonna put it right down the middle. So you have space on the sides, or
Okay.
more to one side.
Yeah, so it's kind of like this.
Yep. And then you're just going to kind of mold it to try and make it as even as possible.
Okay.
So.
Can you hear that dog barking?
That's my dog.
Oh, that's your dog?
Yeah. Do you have one too? What kind of dog?
Well, I don't have a dog, but our neighbors have a dog, and your dog actually sounded a lot like our neighbor dog, who's called Taco.
Taco? Nice.
He's really cute.
So I've got two skewers that I'm doing.
Okay, so I have quite a few.
You could even do half and half, or half, and like let the flavors marinate, so you can make it tomorrow or Tuesday.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
You can get 2 meals out of it.
Yeah. Are these babies going in the oven?
Yes.
Okay.
I'll show you a way to do it. So the kebab thing is really about keeping air around it so it's not stuck against the surface so it doesn't stick. So do you have aluminum foil?
Ooh. I have parchment paper.
Okay.
Does that work?
No. So.
Oh, I have aluminum foil.
Yeah.
I realized.
You'd really just make like something for it to sit on.
So oh look, we have our friend Joe here. I think some people thought it was at a different time.
Welcome.
Hang on, here she comes. Joe?
Hello, I'm sorry I'm late. Oh, gosh.
Oh, I was wondering.
Look at your background. That's
I know.
I did not do that. I think that's my daughter. Oh my god, that's freaking me out. Here we go.
That looks so cool.
I want to know your ways.
Oh gosh, I don't know what I'm doing on here. Honestly, I'm so bad at these things. Tech phobe. How are we doing?
Good.
Hi, Joe. It's so good to see you. It's Bryton and I. We've just been cooking kebabs.
We've just been having
I'm sorry I'm late. I'm not. How late am I? Have you properly cooked?
We have. Bryton is just first of all, he's a master chef in the kitchen.
Oh, no.
And we just made these kebabs. I'll show you what they look like.
Oh my gosh, I thought it was 7 p.m. Did I get the time right? I got the time wrong, didn't I?
Well, it doesn't really matter.
I did. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Bryton. That's really bad of me.
Oh, you're good. These time zones are crazy. Like, you think you have it figured out. Yeah.
No.
Bugger.
Look at, this is like the littlest, tiniest beef kebab.
That is my kind of kebab. I like that. Oh, I had everything. I've just got everything out too. I really messed up on the time. What a shame. Oh, so
Oh,
cool. What are you going to have with your kebabs then?
So what's that?
What are you going to have with your kebabs?
I'm gonna, so the chimichurri is gonna go on top. So it's like a topping, like a dressing. And then I'm making.
Wait, Bryton, you didn't put him in the oven yet, did you?
I did not. I'm getting
Okay, good.
what I've been cooking out of the oven. So I'm making some beets and carrots, roast up.
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah. So I'm gonna put it on top of there.
Okay.
So that's just been in the oven, just roasting.
That's like your signature, those roasted roots.
So easy.
Okay,
Are you
what do
actually
I?
a chef? Bryton, are you a chef? Is that
I'm
one
not.
of your strings?
I just like to eat. And
You
I
should-
love, like, cooking shows and things like that.
No, but I did record this. I recorded it, and you will see that he's pretty fast with the knife.
Amazing.
And if you want to, you can like start chopping up parsley, mint. So basically chopping all that up.
Yep.
And then an onion chopped up.
Yep.
Fine. It's all pretty fine. And garlic and lemon zest if you want. So if you have a zester, you can get the zest of the 2 lemons.
Yep.
And then that's pretty much
I think
it.
because you guys have recorded it, I will because I made homemade pizza for my gang, so
Yeah.
they're all eating next door because I was a bit late getting that organised as well. And I will do these for tomorrow. Now that it's recorded, I can play it. I can replay it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Cook my
sounds good.
kebabs.
Will you just stay with us here while we finish up?
Absolutely, yeah.
And then you can see how to cook
I'd love to. I'm going to pour myself another wine.
or how. Oh, come on.
Saturday night.
So, and then Ruth, do you see how these aluminum foils are?
Oh,
Yep.
So that would be like your cooking sheet,
Okay.
and then you would like lay it on there so it doesn't touch the sheet. So you have some base around it.
That's
Makes
brilliant.
sense.
Okay. Hold the phone, Nellie.
So Joe, what have you been working on with your beam? We talked about it earlier.
Oh gosh, I was perfecting my switches yesterday.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
Perfecting is a strong word. I had a bit of a physically nuts day yesterday. Kind of like an ideal day, but they don't happen very often anymore. I had a river paddle at 6 in the morning.
Wow.
Then I got stuck into our allotment and just dug it all over, ready to have a crack at this year. So I was starting to pull up a little bit sore at that point, and then I met up with a friend and went for a run through some amazing woods about 20 minutes away from home.
Awesome.
Quite funny, actually. I turned up thinking we were going for a walk with her dog, and she was in full running attire, ready to go, headband and all. She looked at me and she's like, "So you don't look ready to run." So I was fine. I was in a hoodie and some leggings, and I actually had some Vivo barefoots on. I was like, I sort of looked down at myself and I went, "Yeah, I can run. I'll run. That's fine." And I ran.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. We did this a really lovely hour through the woods without getting lost. So yeah, it was a good day yesterday. It was a good day. And I definitely did a bit of beam in the middle of it all somewhere during the day.
How do you like the Vivos for running?
Yeah, it's funny. I haven't done an awful lot of running in the last year. I've done a lot of walking and not so much running, just sort of intuitively been sticking with the walking. I think I know if I go to running, I'll have to really work on changing my running, because when I last ran properly, I was in an Innovate trainer that was tapered at the toe and had I think an 8mm heel drop. But I live in Vivos or bare feet, I'm completely hooked and I can't go back. And so now when I try and run in the Innovates, I'm so uncomfortable. So I either just don't run now, or I need to get myself accustomed to running, you know, completely differently.
I'm a big fan of Zero shoes. They're just such good quality and like pretty affordable, and they're so versatile. I mean, they have a really good athletic shoe.
Oh, great!
I have some that I wear to work. The Prio is really, really good. So I got two pairs of those, and then they have like an off-road shoe, or like a trail running shoe. So it has some good protection. That's pretty good. I can't remember what it's called, the Xterra or something.
Okay.
Yeah, Zero's really good.
Yeah, good tip. I got some Zero sandals last summer.
Yeah.
And they're just amazing. It was just like strapping the tiniest little bit of something to the bottom of my feet, and protected me, but did very little else. You know, it was great.
I got a pair of Vivo, but they're more like dress shoes. So they're like leather and they're kind of stiff, rather than the like everyday walking around shoe. I like them though. I mean, which ones do you have?
Well, I think I'm in the beginning of journey of this, because like I started going barefoot, and then my first pair of like natural shoes were the FC 0.05.
Oh, that's great.
Except for that, like then I started, so I like playing tennis recreationally, and I bought a pair of Vivos, and I think I went for like a really expensive pair that I don't think were really designed for what I'm doing, and I don't actually like them. They're like, I think they're like a trail running shoe. They're very stiff. And so then so I went from barefoot to the FCs, which is just like a water booty, you know. Yeah. And then we bought Zeros. I think that might be the Vivo I have.
So it's like pretty leathery.
Yeah, and it's
nice.
It's different. It
looks
like that. It looks
no,
cool.
I can imagine what you bought, Ruth, because I've trialed a pair of Vivo Trails, and for me they're too bulky now. I've gone so minimalist. They're so light, what I'm used to day to day. When I tried the Trail, they were too stiff, and I tried to wear them in, and I just didn't get on with them.
That's the thing I noticed, is that like the Vivos are too stiff. The Zeros I feel like there's too much around my ankle. Like I think like I'm at this point where I'm like, I just want to learn to do everything in the FCs or barefoot, because now so this is an interesting story, because I went and I joined the tennis club, and I took a clinic with like a coach, and I was wearing the Zeros, and afterwards they were like, you got to get a court shoe. And I was all stressed out because I came home like peer pressure, and I was like, I said to my husband, like, well, no, I don't have to get a court shoe. No. But inside I felt like so like peer pressure, you know? And then I decided that what I was going to do was tell them that I have a doctor's note and that I'm working on some feet issues.
Great.
And I'm not going to buy those shoes that they tell me, but they were like concerned for my safety, because I was wearing
it's bad, isn't it?
It was weird. I was like, well, you should pay attention to your own safety, because you're playing tennis on high heels.
It's really horrifying, that the narrative everyone has, so many people have, about what they need. And I mean, it's great what we're doing TFC wise to change the message, but it's just a real slow burner, right? Because everybody thinks the other way.
Yeah. And it's weird because you're on the computer and you're talking with your friends, and then you go and you're by yourself, or you're with your, spouse or your family, and then you go out into the world, and I'm like, whoa, this is bizarre. So anyway, what we decided to do was we decided to buy, Matthew found some Ultras that look like a proper tennis shoe.
Great.
And they don't, and I actually like them. I just tried them for the first time today, and they have a very soft upper, so that I don't feel like there's stiff, that my ankle is immobilized like a cast. That's how I feel in the Zeros, is like my ankle is immobilized. And then but it has a lot of cushion, so it has.
It's funny how when you go down that road though, the feet get fussy. There's no going back. Like, I don't have a single shoe now. I can't go into it if there's got a pointed toe of any description. It's just not happening. I can't even wear my wellies. I used to have wellies. I don't wear wellies now. And my patients will say, but it's really muddy at the moment. It's the middle of winter. What are you wearing on a country walk? I said, I wear my Vivos and they get caked and then I put them in the washing machine. It doesn't bother me.
Oh, you can
a bit of mud.
washing machine?
Well, I don't know if it says so because the labels have worn out. I can't see, and I didn't look online. I just tried it.
Nice.
They came out brand new. Yeah, I just did a 30-degree wash, and they came out good as new.
Joe, what do you do? Or
Well, work-wise, I'm a physio.
okay, so PT.
Yeah, I don't. It's funny. I don't recognise the form of physio that I practice anymore since I've sort of gone down the TFC road. It's just changed dramatically. You know, and actually I had a really lovely outcome with a patient this week who's really changed his thinking, and he was messaging me a little bit afterwards talking about some of the things he was going to do, and he thanked me for my time and for the fact that he was coming for physio but felt like he got some life coaching which was lovely to hear, because I definitely, you know, I'm hugely into that sort of thing generally with my patients, but yeah, to have it recognized is quite nice actually, because I've definitely gone off piste as a physio.
Yeah,
but it's nice. I'm not really attached to a big clinic anymore. I left a really big one to join a small startup that a friend and her husband were doing, and so it's pretty tiny. So I was the only physio for a while, and it's funny coming away from a mainstream busy clinic with lots of physios to being solo. It just gave me heaps of freedom to feel like I could, you know, test the waters a bit and do things my own way.
And just peace, and that you can simplify it. You know, you don't need 15 things to do. It's like one thing, and then get some sleep. You know,
I know.
And
I have simplified my job in the biggest way. It's the easiest I've ever worked, and I'm doing less and getting better results just from talking to people and getting them to change things without having to go hard on the treatment techniques, or, you know, having to figure out what on earth's going on symptoms wise. It's funny, you just make the little lifestyle changes and people sort themselves out. It's brilliant. Amazing human body.
And really them making the changes. They're the ones making the changes, and, you know,
yeah,
normally they're looking for that external solution, and it's really us giving them, you know, the idea, and like, oh, I could do that. You know, that's where I can start. Yeah, I've
got a lot of practice to do. I feel like sometimes I don't want to fall into the preach role. You know, I think when you're still a bit of a novice with a new way of working, it's really easy for me to fall into, you need to do this and read this and listen to that, and like I send them bucket loads of stuff. I'm like, whoa. So, but I think so people are so far down the normal that I'm desperate is probably a bit of a strong word, but I'm so keen to try to just get them to realize there's another way to be.
Yeah.
But for most people, it's really sad to say, like 9 out of 10 of people that I see come through the door are so far gone, they're not even open to there being another way.
I was going to say
and
that.
then I have the personal battle then with, oh my God, this feels like a mountain to climb to try and help this person. And I know all the things, you know, that could help, but someone has to be just that little bit open, don't they, to change? And if they're not, it's really difficult.
So we're gonna
carrot cake.
So 400 in the oven, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's about 10 minutes. So you're set up.
Okay.
So you have your setup. Are you good?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I love that setup. You're gonna see, Joe, we've rolled up tin foil. I just put them in the oven, or I would show you, and then you put the kebabs like on a little rack on the baking sheet.
Love that.
it's your body, you know, like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna shame you, you know, like you're the only one that can do it, you know.
What's the context? Where do you work? What type of environment? Are you in a hospital or a clinic or?
Outpatient orthopedics, so I see a lot of low back pain, primarily, and then a lot of chronic pain.
Okay.
So a lot of disability, people that haven't worked in 20 years, and it's a lot of emotional component and traumatic component.
Gosh, that's huge.
Really got me fascinated with the brain and neuroplasticity and down regulation and the vagus nerve and fight or flight and trauma and things like that. And it's really that it's not about exercises. It's, you know, you being in the state where you can, you know, make progress or move forward, you know. So if you're in that stressed fight or flight state, there's really nothing that you can do to make change, you know, because you don't feel safe. You know, you're always, you have that fear of threat or perceived or real, you know, pain, or emotional pain, you know, all types of things, very deep.
Yeah, that's a tough group to work with.
Yeah, but I mean, it's becoming more and more prevalent.
Yeah.
Because they're making it a thing. So it's a, you know, chronic syndrome. So they don't know what it is. You know, they're like, okay, syndrome, send them to PT. You fix them.
Well, they're lucky they get you.
That's right.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's a small percentage of people that get it, but, you know, it makes it worth it, you know, to a certain degree.
Yeah, absolutely.
But definitely challenging and, you know, keeps me learning. So with the other ones, I'm going to make like a burger kind of thing.
Yum.
So just on the stove. And like a medium-high heat. So I just like this because it's kind of like meatloaf-ish or burgers, but there's no grains or anything, or no, you don't have to add anything but the fresh herbs.
We did like half and half, Joe, or we did half kebabs, and then we, so he was just demonstrating that we could use that combination of like meats and herbs and then make two different, like you make a cake or you make a cupcake, but it's all the same.
However you want to prepare it.
Yeah.
I love how you guys say herbs.
How do we say it? How do we say it?
Is it like a silent H over there? Is that how? Yeah.
What do you
It's a
say?
silent
You
H.
say herb?
Herbs.
Herbs. Okay. All right. I learned
I love
something today.
I like it.
Yeah, we say herbs. I like how you talk. Herbs. And I like wellies.
Wellies.
I like how you talk.
Yeah, I like how you talk, Joe. Talk to me, Joe.
So and with the kebabs, like 10 to 12 minutes or so, and then we'll put broil on for like the last little bit to brown them up a little bit.
Now,
Nice.
okay, so is broil like in the oven still? You just change it to broil, or do I have to put it in that bottom shelf?
You have a, I don't know. So most ovens, it's just the top burner is gonna.
That's what I thought.
Be the most heat.
Okay,
It's
I was
just
just
brown.
checking. Because Bryton, Chef Boy our Bryton, to be honest, I've never actually broiled anything in my life.
Anything? It's just heat, you know. It's like how close the heat is, you know, the more it's going to brown it.
Okay, so my kebabs have been in for nearly 17, 18, 19, almost 10 minutes.
So one should look at them.
They're gorgeous.
Should be brown, but not like black.
They're such fat little footballs.
And then you could,
Do you want to see them?
You could just keep it
I'd
on
love to see
full.
the fat little footballs. So you're gonna have these for breakfast, Ruth? Is that the time over there? Is this brunch or is this for later on?
Brunch.
Oh, look at those! They're amazing.
Can you see them? Right.
They're really good.
Yeah, great. They look awesome. Yep. And it looks like, so those are pretty big, so it's going to take a little bit longer.
Okay. Put them in.
Or so you could cook them all the way on 400. It just takes a little longer.
No, I mean classic British. They love a roast dinner over here. I'm a bit over roast dinners, not going to lie. I grew up having a roast dinner every Sunday of my childhood, so I feel like I've had a lot of roast dinners. My husband loves roast dinners, so he will cook them, and the kids love them too. So we do have a Sunday roast dinner quite a lot. But yeah, no, we're not. I guess it's funny, isn't it? The traditional food with holidays. Yeah, we don't really seem to be that big on it in our family. My mum and dad aren't huge foodies, and their parents weren't. So me and my sister have both sort of had to play catch up really, because we love food, and then we've kind of had to figure it out in our adult life really, because we didn't see it from them. We were brought up on quite simple food. But then I just love food, so then realized I needed to learn how to make nice meals so I can enjoy what I cook. But yeah, but no, I'm sort of and I'll go for anything. I'm not hugely traditional, so I've been known to have veggie fried rice for breakfast quite happily, and love Thai and curries and a bit of all sorts really. Not good on seafood though, that's my one big thing. Not good with fish.
What? No way.
Yeah.
Again, I think you don't like to cook it or eat it at all.
It's funny. I think if I had someone in my life who was really into it and was exposing me to it and giving me lots of options to try, I think I'd be more open to trying it now. Mm-hmm. But I just don't think I've been exposed to much. Parenting wise, we didn't have a lot as kids. And then I don't know. I'm a real water baby. And so I've just never really been into eating fish. That sounds really odd, doesn't it? It's not like I'm anti eating fish just because I like fish. Yeah, I don't know. I think I tried sushi once in a restaurant. Some friends leaving do, and I nearly vomited on the table. It didn't go down well. I know, my palate was pathetic. It just couldn't cope. It was quite a strong taste.
We're going to have sushi tonight.
Oh, there you go. What about you, Ruth? Are you big on fish, seafood?
I think I used to be, probably 10, 15 years ago, maybe more like 15 years ago. I would eat like fish tacos or whatever. If we went out to dinner, I would have a flaky white fish, but truthfully, I think it's the mercury levels that concern me. I mean, if we're talking about health, I think that's one of the things that I just can't wrap my brain around, like just how hard it is for our bodies to get rid of heavy metals. And so I actually, shockingly, we're primarily plant-based diet. We probably eat, like, I would say 90% of our diet from vegetables, grains, nuts and seeds and stuff, and then I will go to like turkey and chicken and beef, and usually I think I have like fish maybe once a year. Shrimp I'll eat like at Christmas. That's like one of the things I've been doing lately. I was telling Bryton I've been putting these big boards together. Been having like this queenly medieval like king and queen feasting, like a banquet board, and then like turkey legs and.
Do you see these?
Yeah.
Ooh, very nice.
Okay.
And then you can turn on broil for the kebabs.
Look,
well done.
Oh, baby.
Good stuff.
Looks great.
It smells. Joe, I wish you could smell this. It smells.
I wish I could smell it too.
I wish I could feed it to you with your next glass of wine.
I'm imagining it.
Confusing. I mean, we were pretty much eating like chicken, fish, and turkey, like no red meat. I don't. Yeah. They had the idea. Everybody has their ideas. So it wasn't until probably, I guess maybe 20 years ago when we were listening, my husband and I were listening to a radio show on the way home from a Christmas family gathering. Dr. Furman and T. Colin Campbell, he wrote the China study. So there's some doctors that are out of the East Coast, and they were talking about using food as in reversing disease like type 2 diabetes, autoimmune diseases, or like diseases of affluence is what they called it then.
Yes.
So that was like the first time where I was like, this makes sense, and we changed the next day. My husband is a big, tall, athletic guy, very lean, and he was a baseball player, and he had very high blood pressure, even though you would never be able to tell. And whenever he would go for his athletic, what are they called? His physicals, they would just push him through, saying that he had like this hereditary high blood pressure. But when we changed our diet, we took salt, oils, we took a whole bunch of everything out, and we replaced with really good high fats, nuts and seeds, avocados, and then we went completely plant-based, and his blood pressure regulated to normal in 3 weeks.
Oh, brilliant. That's
3
great.
weeks. Yeah.
And keep an eye on your kebabs.
Yeah, I'm just smelling those right now.
Close eye.
What, Bryton, did you know? Could you smell my kebabs?
Yes.
I'm like,
Six-
look, are they done?
I can't really tell. Are they browned?
Yeah, I think.
If you need to cook them, you can let them rest for a little bit. That looks great.
Yeah, they've been exercising. They need a rest.
Great work, Ruth.
Thanks, Chef.
Yes, chef.
Yes, Chef.
Do you watch any cooking shows? I'm a big Gordon Ramsay fan. Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, there's some good ones. It's really bad. So a lot of people always talk to me about things that they watch on telly that are actually really good. I just don't watch telly.
Okay.
Not intentionally. I think if I got the time, I tend to do other things. It's typically books. I'm a big bookworm, but or whatever, sleep.
Yeah.
But
I feel like I'm missing 2 kids. Yeah, they're just still puppies, so it's full on. 5 and 7.
Great.
But no, I know there are so many great programs out now. People frequently tell me about. There's some really good documentaries around, and actually there's been some good shout outs, haven't there, on the Slack channel. There's some good ones to watch.
Yeah.
I just learn better visually,
Yeah, well, I do actually. So I should carve out some time for that stuff, and it's fun to watch cooking programs. Did you ever watch The Great British Menu? Was that something that was on over there?
I've seen it. Yeah.
Great British Menu.
I don't know if you can see that I'm smoking.
You are smoking.
You're smoking.
Woo!
Smoking.
This is good.
Wow.
Wait, why are they smoking?
More my oven.
Oh my gosh, there is these 2 cardinals that are playing right outside, right above your heads right now. They're so awesome.
That's cool.
I wish I could show you, but they'd fly away as soon as I turn the camera around. Okay, sorry. You can see how we would have been in high school.
There you go.
Oh.
Not cooking unless it goes off.
Quick, tea towel. Oh, what a nightmare. I can't believe I got that. Totally. Have you guys had your clocks changed recently?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's where I went wrong.
Is that why?
Yeah.
We did.
I assumed we're on the same time zone as the last one because it's the same time as last time, right?
It was. Yeah. It was 2 o'clock our time.
Yeah, I should have just Googled it again to check because I wouldn't have realized you had a time change. I don't want
Right.
You got this.
Oh, wow.
And then you just kind of slide them off.
That looks amazing. Yum. I mean, I don't eat meat, but looks yum. A lot of meat anyway.
Yeah, well, and I didn't know that the plant-based meat or whatever comes just in the same package. It's pretty easy to switch it out.
So is that corn then? I wasn't entirely sure. So I bought normal beef stuff because I thought my husband loves meat and I'd make them for my husband and the kids. But I was wondering what the veggie option would be.
So they have a plant-based ground beef substitute. So it comes, yeah, I don't know the quality of it, like if there's better ones. But
Okay.
there's also like wheats or like bulgur wheat or something. Like there's different substitutes that you can substitute for ground meat if you want to.
I'll have to do some looking into it. I think.
I would think mushrooms would be something.
What's Ruth eating?
Ruth,
So
what do you
good.
got?
I'm sorry, I'm just spooning this into my mouth now.
What's your thought?
It's so good.
Okay, good.
I wish I had your wine, Joe.
Yeah,
Is your mouth having a party right now?
Yeah.
I wonder what would pair the best with this. What kind of wine?
Yeah, Joe, what kind of wine?
Oh gosh, I'm so not a wine connoisseur. If it's red, I'll drink it pretty much. I'm all about the red. I've really stopped drinking anything else, to be honest.
You know what I would drink with this? Beer or like a Prosecco.
Oh, nice.
Something bubbly.
Have you tried having a little bit of elderflower in a glass of Prosecco? Really nice. Next sunny day. That's oh, that looks amazing.
Can we see that?
Good job.
Okay, and then the chimichurri. I don't know if you can see.
That looks yum.
And then you just put it right over. However much you want. I like a lot.
Oh my gosh, that looks so good. You need to take a photo of that now. That's a great snap.
Sure.
Yeah, take a photo of that, Bryton.
Ruth will Instagram everything out of that one. She will.
I will. I'm gonna Instagram the shit out of that.
That's what I was gonna say. I was just trying not to be a potty mouth. I'll leave that to you. That's amazing. Looks good.
That looks so good.
I love good curse word. Like it just, I don't know.
A well-placed one. It has to be well-placed.
Yeah. You can't abuse them. They've got to be used properly, haven't they?
Yeah. They can't be gratuitous. Okay, so listen, I'm gonna stop recording here. I'm just gonna say thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, you can email us at nerdhelperteam@gmail.com. Say goodbye, friends.
See ya.
Bye.
But don't really hang up. I'm just gonna stop recording.
Had a blast.
Don't leave, Bryton.
We're supposed to, Ruth, we're supposed
Still
to
recording. Still recording.